And I'm back. Wow, 3 seconds in and I've already said wow. The reason for this discovery is because I've never corrupted a Cutie Mark Crusader episode before. I'm unqualified.
Miss Harshwinny!
Oh, that ratchet ass bitch, let me at her. On second thought, I'd rather not. There are kids present. Want to know something funny outside of those awkward facial expressions? My Algebra 2 teacher was absent from school today, so my substitute just put on Netflix. The movie we watched I could give less of a fuck about, but there was a sex scene, and the whole class saw it. Look out, it's the only out-of-character in this whole character. You know what's a problem? All main 6-RD, especially Twilight, don't appear in this episode. But she's a princess for the sake of selling toys. If she isn't in every episode, then it means they aren't forcing her in for the sake of her being the main character to sell toys. You know what this means? It means that Haribo ain't trying to take over the world like the NSA originally thought. You know what this means? It means that there is a greater evil behind this whole picture. You know who it is? Google. Why? Well, why do you think they were buying all of those robots? Cause they're actually Skynet and merging with IBM, Siri, and Cleverbot to create a real-life GLaDOS. And they're going to either enslave or kill off humanity. Either that, or they're trying to get us to sign up for Google+. Either way, they can take my money, my time, and my energy. But they will never take my ponies, in the immortal last words of Patrick Henry.
Kiss my ass?
Snips and snails are actually doing the most divine dance in the history of history. The way their hooves are touching reminds of this freaky sheiky shit. I'm surprised they didn't win. Maybe it's because they aren't main characters, but that doesn't excuse them for sneaking into the intro.
It could happen! Only I'm a hub.
In an attempt to get more people to play Capture the Flag, Treyarch and Infantry War Team up to see who can create the best music video to show what CTF means to them, the winner will have the ownership stolen from them in a legal court of law battle and not get any royalties. I swear these facial expressions are more funnier than this video. They add to her snobbiness.
Style
And another stereotypical example of style for women everywhere.
and originality. There's a most complicated scoring system, which I will elaborate upon now.
It feels like those grading rubrics that teachers give to you for projects and essays. All of them to which are bull to the shit, and ain't no other bull gonna shit like me. I'm bullshitlicious.
And you know why I'm qualified to coach you? Guess who carried the Cloudsdale flag in the games when she was a little filly? Me!
But I thought it didn't go to Cloudsdale. Yes, you're right, it didn't. But it's not in Ponyville either, and yet they're going to fly their flag. Just because the games aren't in that town doesn't mean that town can't advertise themselves. The new writers so far have funny random tidbits, first with the bell, and now this.
Am I making myself absolutely 100% crystal clear?
Crystal Empire clear.
You know, professionalism is my middle name. Rainbow Professionalism Dash.
I thought your full name was Rainbow Danger Dash, but I bet we can let it slide. After all, it was written by someone who should not be mentioned in this household.
The most important thing is this. Your routine needs to show what your town means to you.
Oh my god, I'm being serious. That's exactly what theme my school's floats were during homecoming this year. I thought it was fucking stupid, but that's because it is fucking stupid. Huzzah, school is out for Christmas.
I bet every pony in class is planning to compete.
No fudging shit. Miss Facial made it seem like a mandatory Hunger Games.
Crusaders, are you in or are you in? 'Cause I'm in.
I never thought anyone would stoop down to my level of genius. Overused joke about Kentucky Fried Chicken says that Kentucky Fried Chicken is the best fried chicken in Kentucky. I'm rusty at Latin, but I think that translation is right. The Colonel then says that he remembers that Ponyville is actually special, because it's the only place in the world where there is no hate, only frosted flakes. I've watched like several brony reviewers review this episode. Not only do they suck, but they also became Rainbow Professionalism Dash for some lemon limeade joke. I wouldn't do that because you know I love Shrek. No way. Are my ears deceiving me? Is that a song I hear? It is.
Got the mojo.
The libido, the life force, the essence, the right stuff. What the French call a certain... I don't know what.
I guess those numbers that Megan tweeted mean which episodes have songs in them. See how the first is 5, Flight to the Finish is the 5th episode. The next number is 7, which no one cares about, and then 8, which is a rarity song, and the 9, which is Apples to My Pores. I like to classify the songs of the series into several categories. The first being songs like A True Friend, which annihilates the story into 3 minutes. The second being songs like Bab's Seed, which describe the story. And the third, like every single song Pinky sings, being there just to piss off everyone who doesn't like songs. Those who hate music are obviously Justin Bieber fans. This is one of those songs. It serves no purpose at all, but that is overshadowed because fuck it, it's a song. Horses confirmed for not being able to have heart attacks. No matter how much you want to recreate a still frame, clapping is known to increase heart failure in young fowls. Scientists have determined that bitches are bitches. Man, Apple Bloom should just pull out her Swiss Army knife and stab these bitches in self-defense, of course.
But we're winners, and we have hearts!
Scootaloo confirmed for having a shitty voice. I don't know what I've been told. That line is getting old. We wish you a happy fuck you too. From Olive Garden. Down onto you. I fucking hate this. Those Joan of Arcs were already given the WWE SmackDown back in season 1. And even after 3 years, I'd love to really know what the fuck your ass tattoo means. Doesn't mean water in Japanese or something, because it looks like you'd be the main stars on Toddlers and Tiaras. In the interest of time, the cutie mark jack-off satyrs sign up for American Idol, where they'll become Tumblr famous, but they're going against the Blue Man Group, which will kick their asses, no doubt.
They're gonna be a hot mess!
Instead of deciding that Ponyville is best represented by their new princess being the chaos capital of the world or any other shit, they decide to elect it Worthy because it harbors all 3 types of ponies. Hey kids, there's 4 types. What do you call Princess Twilight?
You are a toy!
Wow, that was one weak-ass condom. It broke instantly. Nonetheless, I would like to know what kind of steroid Scoots is taking. Even though her boners don't work, she can break through all types of protection. What she fails in singing and flying, she makes up in strength. Seriously, she's in beast mode. Letting the words of snarkiness get into her skull, Reno Dash decides to check herself before she shreks herself, because it will cause the ultimate embarrassment, or as Shithole USA calls it, spaghetti and meatball surprise. The cast of Mean Girls then develop their first active moment of being villains instead of bad bitches. They go out of their way to find new ways to hurt their subjects. No Diamond Tiara, you're too young for dicks. Go play with My Little Pony action figures, but those are actually for males. We've got Diamond Tiara and Silver shit actually being nice. Really, they're being nice.
Yet you have a Pegasus pony who can't even fly!
No, they didn't. They actually went out and did this. I'm having a real deja vu moment here. After coming in the slam and walking into jam, and a couple of burn heels later, Scootalooser decides that Infinity Ward should totally remake CTF from the ground up because it doesn't fall into her standards, cause it just shows how hard at working they are. Nothing more. When it's time for the routine inspection, the CMC smells of the stench of discovery from dumpster diving for Maddie Peters' name tag. This entire fucking thing could have been avoided if she just said, "Yes, I cancelled my Viagra prescription." Why you want to fight about it? Knowing what happened last time, the kiddies decide to go hardcore and pre-order Trojan Prestige Edition. This one is guaranteed not to break. What do you know? It didn't lie.
That's, good and all. I just thought maybe possibly you might want to go back to, say, the first version, which was, I don't know, what's the word? Better? Don't mess with success, right? Seriously.
I couldn't say it better myself. Apple Blunt and Sweetie Carol deem Scootaloo a ruthless Papa John, CEO of Hitler, and that with friends like these, who needs enemies, right?
I can't fly.
The entire episode in a nutshell. Spoiler alert, badudable. The state of Virginia and Alabama begged their northern relative of Maine or something that their decision to secede from the Union was a bad idea. But Rhode Island says that it doesn't accept, it wants nothing to do with them anymore. The South says fine, as it is perfectly able to replicate the United States Declaration of Independence by itself. The rest of the world then says, what the fuck are you doing? Because the Civil War was the single most goddamn stupidest thing in American history. Trust me, I learned about it in public school. Steve Jobs Jr. along with someone else say that they are perfectly able to demonstrate all three types of ponies without a Pegasus sister, cause you know, who needs them, right? Opposite gender roles is where it's at.
Who in the blazes applied that emergency brake?
I just came to the revelation that no one in that movie has a name. No wonder why it has a 6 on IMDb.
I do not like them one bit.
Good Sweetie Belle, the first step to achieving peace is to let out your true feelings. Say what? Scootaloo has a house. I thought she was homeless. Anyone who actually thought Scoots was homeless, what the hell led you to believe that?
But flying's what Pegasus ponies are supposed to do. You flew when you carried the flag in the games. But that was me. You're you.
I could end it right here. That is actually my favorite moral this show has done so far. It was also done in Avatar.
You are trying to hold on to a false perception of yourself. You are not me, and you should not be me. You are Tenzin.
Look me dead straight in the eyes and tell me that book 2 of Korra was shit. She then asks her idol if she's gonna be like Mew, where she can learn fly and not be a flying type, or be like Gyarados, who's a flying type, who can't learn fly. I know I promised to teach you first, Squirt, but Twilight actually can fly. Outside of Discord being on the screen, this is now my favorite moment on the show. I'd also like to know how skis work over all types of environment that are not snow. Granny Smith is a fucking boss. Are you telling me that she used her scooter all the way to the Crystal Empire and didn't encounter Snow Miser? Fuck not being able to fly. Scootaloo is a fucking beast. You had the chance to put Enderpea here, but no, the soccer moms just had to open their mouths. We didn't even get to see those I'm gonna say a cuss word to describe them's promo for Capture the Flag, because they didn't even have one. And if every pony in your class competed, where the hell is Twist? Oh fuck you whoever's listening, Scootaloo could have gotten her cutie mark right here. If you disagree with me, I'll tell you why she should have. She just realized that she is who she is, and that she doesn't need to fly to represent that. The Cutie Mark Crusaders should get their cutie marks no later than Season 5. Any time after that is just reusing the same formula to create stories. We already know what their talents are, it's just a matter of time until they realize that. And if you want to fulfill the wishes of the almighty goddess Lauren Faust, then you shall give them their story marks so you aren't making the same story 5,000 times, like SpongeBob. I know I have been really late with these last 2 reviews, but I promise to get the Power Ponies one up by Christmas Day. No promises.